Hello guys, I'm Ankit. In this video we shall see another problem on LeetCode. Longest palindromic substring. So given string S, return the longest palindromic substring in S. So as you know, substring can be a string itself or a part of a string. That means it should be in a contiguous manner and a contiguous order, and the relative order also must remain the same. Of course, if it is contiguous, then the relative order will remain the same. Subsequence means you can pick A and A, let's say A and D, where the order is same, but they are not contiguous. So relative order of the elements are same as in the original string, but the um, elements are in not contiguous order. So that is the difference. So what is mean by palindrome? Palindrome, as you know, if you have a number, let's say 121, if you read it from left to right, it's 121, right to left also 121. Similarly, a string, let's say ABA, left to right it's ABA, right to left also it's ABA. If you have ABC, then left to right it's ABC, right to left is CBA, which is not equal to ABC. So this cannot be a palindrome. Palindrome is something when you read that from left to right or right to left, it should be the same. So here we have to return the longest palindromic substring present in the string S. So if we take this example, you could see BAB is one palindrome present. The other one is ABA, which is longest of those two. Both are same. You can return any one of them. And if you see in this example, BB is the only palindrome present, palindromic substring present, and that itself is the longest one. So that is the answer. So what is the approach to solve the problem? So one thing is we can generate all substrings and check whether each substring is palindrome or not. So if they're given B, A, B, A, D, first BA, BAB, BA, 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 BAD, then AB, ABA, ABD, then BA, BAD, then AD. So all the substring you generate and check whether each substring is palindrome or not. So how do you check whether each substring is palindrome or not? So if it is odd, if you have the pointer here, you check whether this and this are equal or not. Let's say initially I and this is left and this is right. So this will be equal only, b will be equal to b, then left will be incremented to this pointer and right will be incremented to next pointer. You check whether left is equal to right. Yes, it is. So if they are equal, then that's a palindrome. In case of even means, if let's say a is given, then we have left pointer and right pointer. This is left pointer, this is right pointer. You check whether they're equal or not. Yes, they are equal. So this is for the even and this is for the odd substring, palindromic substring. So this is how you check. But for every substring you do that. But is it actually necessary to do that for every substring? No. If you carefully see the logic what I have explained over these two examples, we can apply that in one iteration itself. We need not to generate all the substrings. So how do we do? So first let's take the string B A B A D. Okay. If you have the pointer at the first position, do we have any elements to left of it? No. Do we have any elements to right of it? Yes. Can it be a palindrome? No, of course, because left there is no element, right? Some elements are present, so no. So go to the next element. A. Again, left some one element is present, one character is present, right also many characters are present. Max we can have this as a substring. I mean, yeah, because left one element is that means substring in the sense palindromic substring. So what we'll do is with this BAB. So what should we do now is, okay, we have the pointer here, right? Let's say this is left and this is right. We check whether left is equal to right. String of left, is it equal to string of right? Is it equal? Yes. So string if they are equal, then left minus minus you do, right plus plus you do. So left will point here now. Okay. This is left and this is right. Again check whether string of left is equal to string of right. Yes. So what we do? Left plus minus minus you do, and right plus plus you do. But if you see, left is out of bound, so we have to have the condition like left should be greater than or equal to 0 and right should be less than or equal to n minus 1 and s of left equal to s of right. So I'll write it again. Okay. Yeah. So left should be greater than or equal to 0. Only then you can compare the elements, whether left is equal to right, the element present in this. If this becomes true and this becomes true, then only you check for this condition, right? So why right lesser than or equal to 10 minus 1? Because right can be at most the last position of this string, not more than that, right? It will exceed. So you have to check. So when you come into this position, left is minus 1, left right plus plus, left is pointing out of bound. So loop will start here. Now after this loop is done, you have to check. Let's say result an empty string and okay, and length equal to 0 initially. And check if, how do you get the length of this substring now? How do you get the length of this substring? So that length is nothing but right minus left plus 1. Right minus left plus 1. That is the length of the substring. Or let's say we return the substring now. Okay. How do you return the substring? Return string dot, that is s dot substring. In C++ we use substring, and Java string ing extended we will be using. So it's not substring of what is the position at which we are having, that is left plus 1. Substring starts from left plus 1 because left is pointing one pointer behind the actual substring starting, right? Because left is pointing, but actually substring is starting from here. So left plus 1, and how many position from there? There is nothing but right minus left plus 1. So right minus left, it should be right minus left plus 1. This is what we use in C++, right? The position and the length. The position at which the substring starts, and from there how much length we have to travel. So this will be the total substring we get for this answer. So that will be BAB. So once you get this substring, let's say this is a function, okay? This entire thing is one function. So this function is returning a string. Now we have to check whether this, and let's name it as palindrome 1. Palindrome 1. So if palindrome 1 dot length, that is greater than length, initially length was 0, right? So if palindrome dot length is greater than length, yes it is. So length will become palindrome length. And also resultant will be equal to the palindrome 1. That is the substring what you have written from here. That is the resultant, because you have to return the result, right? This is for odd. What if the length of the string is odd? What if the length of the string is even? So like this we have to do for all the elements. We have to run the loop. So you have to run the loop. We start from B. You call this function expander on the center, and this function will contain this um, looping. And once you found the answer substring, you check whether length is greater than the maximum length whatever you have. If it is equal, then result will be that particular string, and the length will be equal to this palindrome of length. Similarly, once you do it for A, next pointer will move ahead to B. Again, you check these two. Yes, they are equal, and again for check these two, but they are not equal. So in this case, this will be the maximum substring. Again you move here, again check these two, then you move here, you have these two. So you check for all the lengths. This is for even. Sorry, odd. If the string is odd. What if string has even length of palindrome? Let's say this example only. Where was it? I had written somewhere. Right? It was given in the question. Yeah. C B B D. In this case, same thing, but slight change we have to do. This is palindrome 1 means let's have a variable called palindrome 2, and same function as previous, but only slight changes. Here the left will be pointing to and right will be pointing to I only, whatever I we have. This is I initially here. Left and right will be pointing to this I only, but in case of even length, left will point, if we have I over here, left will point here and right will point I plus 1. So this is left and this is right. Only then we can compare these two, right? So we have to check for the odd C, B, B, D if we have pointer over here. First we have to check for odd palindrome of odd length, and you have to check for palindrome of even length. So if palindrome of odd length means both left and right will pointing here. Palindrome of even length, if you have to check, then left point here and right will point to the next element. That is the only difference. So here left will be pointing to I, right will be pointing to I. But in case of this, left will be pointing to I, right will be pointing to I plus 1. And same function we call. Again, we check whether these two are equal or not. Until left greater than equal to 0 and right should be lesser than n. And also one more thing is whether s of left is equal to s of right. If so, what we do? Left minus minus, right plus plus. Once this condition doesn't satisfy, when you come here, this condition doesn't satisfy, you return the substring. So again, same thing you have to check. If p2 dot length is greater than length, then length will be equal to p2 dot length, and res will be equal to p2. That is the value of 2. Because there can be maximum. So for each position, we have to check the palindrome of even length, palindrome of odd length, and whichever is maximum of those two, we just return that as a answer. At last, we have to return the result. So I shall write the program along with explaining the logic what I have implemented. So if we check in the beginning, what we do first, we need to have a function, right? This function we have to call this for even and odd length. So before that, let initialize result equal to 0 and length be also equal to 0. It should be string, right? Result is of type string. Empty string, length also equal to 0. Then for each element, we have to iterate. So as I said, we need to have a function, no? So let's have the function in the same class. So we are making it as private. Return type will be string because we are returning substring. So let's name it as expand around center. Okay. And what are the parameters? One will be the given string. Other will be left pointer. Other will be the right pointer. So what we have to do? First, we have to check whether the left and right pointers are equal, right? So while left greater than or equal to 0 and right is equal to s dot length minus 1 and string of left must be equal to string of right. So if this condition satisfy, then left minus minus you do, right plus plus you do. So after this, if this condition doesn't satisfy, what we have to return? Return the substring. That will be s dot substring because we are creating substring of string s. What is the position that will be starting from? Left plus 1, comma, length will be right minus left plus 1. So, okay, we'll have string palindrome 1 equal to, what will it be? We have to call for the odd palindrome of odd length. So, expand around center of s comma I because left and right pointing to same position. Then okay, palindrome 2, it should be I plus 1, right? So once these two are computed, what we have to check? If palindrome 1 dot length greater than length, then length will be equal to palindrome 1 dot length, and also resultant will be equal to palindrome 1. We have to check for even length also, right? So in that case, palindrome 2 dot length. What if that is equal greater than length? Then length should be reinitialized to palindrome 2 dot length, and also result will be equal to palindrome 2. And yes, we have to return the resulting substring. So what are we doing actually? As I said, first we have empty resultant string and length is initialized to 0. Each loop we have to iterate. At each position we have to look for the odd length sub palindrome and even length palindrome. If they are present, we find that the longest odd length and longest even length palindrome. So check which one of them is greatest out of odd and even length, or is it not greater than length itself, the previous one. So if so, we adjust accordingly and return the answer. So how do we find this palindrome length? That is having a pointer left and right. If it is odd, left and right will pointing to same position. If it is even, left will be pointing at I, right will be pointing at one position ahead from that, that is I plus 1. You keep on comparing the elements. If they are equal, then left plus plus, left will be decremented, right will be incremented. So on until you this condition doesn't satisfy or this any one of them. So at last you return a substring starting from left plus 1 because you are doing left plus 1 minus minus. So that if you have in this example, left will be right will pointing here. If you do left minus minus, left will be pointing here, right will be pointing here, which are not equal. So left plus 1, from here it will start till 2 positions. That is right minus left plus 1. So right minus left is nothing but 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 minus 0 plus 1. So like this we find the substring. So once we have find the substring, we get the largest of all. So we shall run this. Um, um okay, left plus 1. Okay, I was explaining this now. So if we have the pointer, one thing if we have the pointer C, B, B, D, and left and right are pointing here, they are equal. So left will be decremented, right will be incremented. So now the things are not matching. So what is the length actually? As I said, right minus left plus 1. If you do right minus left plus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 minus 0 plus 1 will be 4. No, 4 is not. Minus 2 we have to do because they are pointing out of bound of the actual substring. So minus 2 we need to do. So right minus left plus 1 minus 2 will be nothing but right minus left minus 1. So instead of plus 1, it should be minus 1. How do we get it minus 1? As you know, this plus 1 is because we are starting from 0th index. That's why we are using. But minus 2 is because to remove this and remove this part and this string length, 1 plus 1 will be 2 of total because even left will move one pointer behind and right will move one pointer ahead of the actual substring. So that's why we're decreasing it by 2 positions. I hope it will run now. Yes, and for Java, let me explain the logic. Same thing, you find the length, resultant, and then this is for finding the odd palindrome and even palindrome. You get the maximum of those two, and this is the function for that. And here in this case, what we do is uh, in C++ it was just like position and then how much length, but in this case the starting position left plus 1 and till right. Why right? It's exclusive. Left plus 1 means it's inclusive, and this second parameter that is exclusive in the sense if we have C, B, B, D, left is pointing here, right is pointing here, left plus 1, so it will start from here till right means this right position character will not be included, right till right minus 1 it will be included, so only BB we get it because left plus 1 we are starting. Till right means right will not be included, the character at right will not be included, but the character behind to that till then it will be included. So we shall submit this also. Yes, successfully submitted. If you understood the concept, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel. We'll come up in another video in the next session. Until then, keep learning. Thank you.